everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippo YouTube channel. I'm Star, and today we're going to revisit the topic of returns, specifically refunding buyers any money without getting that item returned to you and in your hand. There's always going to be exceptions to every rule in life, but generally speaking, no return, no refund. And it's that simple. I don't know why this is such a controversial topic, why people even want to argue about it. I mean, you can't walk into Walmart and demand a refund on something you purchased without bringing the item back with you. I don't understand why it is so hard for anyone, buyers or sellers, to grasp this concept of no refund until you return the item. Like I said, there's a few exceptions to the rule. If clearly you made a mistake, if you sent them the wrong item, if you missed damage, there's instances where if it gets damaged during shipping, you'll refund them and then you deal with the post office and file a claim there. There's exceptions. But generally speaking, for the most part, when a buyer contacts you and says, my remote doesn't work, my video game skips, this shirt doesn't fit, this isn't the color I thought it was, these must fit, whatever their reasons are, your cookie cutter generic copy and paste response to them should always be, we're sorry you're unhappy with your purchase. We do offer returns to ensure our customer satisfaction. Please open a return through eBay's system per policy. And once we get the item returned to us in the condition it was sent to you, we can issue a refund at that point or something to that extent. But there should be no money and there should be no engagement and there should be no arguing. That's the other thing. There's the other side of the coin. The folks that want to argue with people. Why are you arguing? Why are you wasting your time? Why are you spending energy? Literally write it up on a notepad and save it on your computer and save it on your phone, and you can copy and paste. And it should be the same response to every single buyer, regardless of whatever their reason is, whatever they're whining or crying about in their messages. Because most of the time, you guys, this is going to blow your mind. And that was sarcasm. This is one of those topics where I do kind of get a little bit of snarkiness, but most of the time they're fishing for a partial refund or even worse, a full refund and a free item. Most of the time. Like legitimately, if I purchase something and it isn't what I thought it was going to be or it doesn't work out, whatever the reason, I go and open a return. I don't start messaging people and oh, well, it doesn't work. Nope. Like when I start getting messages from people, that's usually my red flag. Oh, well, they're messaging me instead of opening a return. So they want to keep it, but they want some money back or all of their money back. And here's the thing. If they want to keep it, then they can have it, but they're not getting any money back. People who want to keep it are literally telling you that there's nothing wrong with that item. If they want to keep it and they, for any reason, are arguing with you or not wanting to do a return, there's probably nothing wrong with it. They're just looking for a discount or a free refund or whatever. The exception to that is there are some people who are new to the platform or some older folks who aren't tech savvy who may need your help walking them through the return process, which is why you have that cookie cutter response. And it should be your only response ever. And you can keep sending that same response over and over. You'll get buyers who will say, you send them the sorry, you're not happy, we offer returns, open a return, send it back, then you get your refund, and then they'll respond to you with, no, I don't want to. It's a waste of time. You and I both know it's a waste of time. Send it again. Send it again, and send it a 5th and 6th and 10th and 12th time. Because eBay will have your back, because it is actually eBay's policy that in order to get a refund, a buyer needs to return the item to the seller. So you can just keep sending it. There's no reason to engage in any type of argument or anything with the buyer. Just keep repeating yourself. And you can say, it's eBay policy, but you can include that in your first cookie cutter response and just keep copy pasting that over and over again. They'll get the point. They'll either go away or they'll open a return. But for the most part, when they tell you, oh, well, you and I both know it's not worth the effort. I don't want to go through the effort. Oh, and my personal favorite, it was garbage. I already threw it away. I just want my money back. Too bad. Too bad for you. The reason why I'm such a stickler about this and I feel so strongly is because every time a seller gives a buyer their money back or even a partial refund without the buyer having to open a return and send you your item back, you have just trained or taught yet another buyer how to cheat the system, how to get something for free, how to get something for half off. Every time you do it. And they're going to go tell 3 people who are going to tell 3 people who are going to tell 3 people. And now you're part of the problem. You're part of the issue. You're teaching buyers how to get stuff for free, how to scam the system. Not everyone is a bad person in the world. Not everyone is a bad buyer. Not everyone is a scammer. But there are enough folks out there who are bad, who, given the opportunity to do something misleading or dishonest, if they can get away with it, will do it. There are plenty of people in this world who are bad to begin with. And there's people that are kind of like on the fence, but if they're given the opportunity to do something and they know they'll get away with it, they'll do it. And unfortunately, as the economy is in its current situation and the prices of items continue to go up, such as gas and groceries, necessities like rent, mortgage, all that stuff that people have to pay is getting more and more expensive. People are having less discretionary funds for spending on fun stuff. They don't have the money to go shopping online or to do anything extraordinary like they usually do. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, there are also a group of people who maybe genuinely are good people at the end of the day, or typically would be morally good, but pushed into a situation where they really, really want something, but they don't have the money for it, but they know they can do something dishonest to get it for free or for cheaper. They'll do it. I'm not saying everyone is that way. There's plenty of people in the world who are good people. Not everyone is bad. But there are bad people in this world. There are dishonest buyers. There are scammy people. And then there are people who, when pushed into a corner, will become dishonest just because they can't afford something, but they want it badly enough. And whether that's to send you those messages that are supposed to invoke our sympathy for whatever situation they're in and read their sob stories to try to get something for cheaper or free. People will do that. People will send super low ball offers. And some folks will buy it and then complain about it, hoping to get some money back or a full refund, but keep the item. You have to keep all of this in mind when you're running a business and when people contact you about their item. You have to keep all of that in mind. At the end of the day, you may be the most morally put together, best ethics, greatest person in the world, but you can't be giving your items away for free. You can't, because you're hurting all other sellers. You're hurting the platform as a whole. Every time you give in when somebody says, well, I threw it away or it's not worth my time to return it, and you give them their money back, you've just trained or taught yet another buyer. If you can't afford an item, buy it, then complain about it, say you already threw it away, and you'll get your money back. Don't be part of the problem. I understand that there are some sellers who think that they're doing something good for the world or they have some kind of moral high ground. But I have news for you. You're not Obi-Wan. Kenobi. You don't have the high ground. And you don't need to give people free refunds. The system is in place for a reason. The policies are in place for a reason. So please, no return, no refund. Period. I have a feeling people might be getting more desperate as the economy continues on its current course. And we're going to be needing to be more strict or uphold eBay's policies. So we have to uphold those. And I have a friend, I don't know if they want me to name them or not, Jamie Pace, but he's been talking to me lately about how compared to last year, the amount of scams, the amount of people returning the wrong item or switch outs, the amount of people contacting him and trying to get partial refunds and items for free, compared to last year, he said something like it's like 2 and now it's like 22. So I think things are getting worse as people get desperate. And we just need to be calm, cool, and collected. You don't have to feel any type of way about it. I always tell you guys, keep your emotions out of your business. You ain't got to feel any type of way. You don't have to get upset. You don't have to argue with them. You don't have to engage with them. You can literally sit down one day when you're calm and nothing else is going on and write your little cookie cutter response. And that can be what you copy and paste in the future. So I just wanted to come on and readdress that as we get into the summer. And just, I feel like not just Jamie, a lot of my other friends have been saying there's more buyers who are saying, hey, my item doesn't work, but I already threw it away. I can't return it. Or I don't want to because it's a waste of my time. Too bad. I'm going to walk into Walmart next week and be like, hey, you remember that home theater system I bought? Well, it doesn't work, but I already threw it away, so I can have my money back. It doesn't work. All right, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to add, because I've talked about this on the channel before. There are entire Facebook groups and YouTube channels and like groups of people out there who teach people how to get items for free on Amazon and eBay and other platforms. Like they literally teach people how to word their messages to sellers in such a way that the seller will just be like, oh, okay, well, let me refund you and I don't need the item back. So there's entire groups out there teaching people how to do this. And we want to nip that in the bud, right? eBay policy. No return, no refund. With the exception, like I said, there are some exceptions. If you sent the wrong item, if you missed damage, if it gets damaged in the postal system, you usually just refund it and then you deal with the USPS with a claim or whatever. There's exceptions. So don't come at me in the comments like, well, listen here. No, I know there's exceptions, but generally speaking. But the comment section is there for you, so utilize it. Let me know what you think. And hit the thumbs up before you leave. Really helps the channel out so much. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link down below. And until next time, go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.